Hello, let's do connections for Friday, August 8th. All right, I wonder what Pac-Man's doing in here. Does this have to do with video games? Are they taking part of Pac or Man? I don't see other video games. And Marvel, you could marvel at something, or it could mean like Marvel Comics or the Marvel movies. All right, pass notes, doze, doodle, and something else. These are things you do when you're bored in class. You draw, but doodle and draw are the same thing. I mean, doodle could also go with paint and draws just to like make some sort of picture. But what would pass notes go with otherwise? Unless you're doing pass or notes, you're only taking part of the word. But I don't really see that. Draw could go with tie and even as like to tie, like a game or something. Oh, you're all square, like you're square with somebody. You've made things even. I'm gonna try that. Whatever they're gonna call this. Make equal as a score. Okay, yeah, they're all square. It's not a phrase I use all that often, but I know what they mean. I use it more in terms of like being square on like money or debt or something. You know, you pay something off, now you're all square. I don't really use it as a score sort of thing, but you know, I've heard it. All right, so that means I think that doodle does go with pass notes and doze, but I don't know what the fourth one is going to be. I mean, you could space out, but space on its own, does that... I don't know if I agree with that, meaning that if that's what they're going for. Like, I would call it spacing out. But I'm going to try it anyway. Why not? Things you might do during boring class or meeting. Again, I don't know if I agree with space on its own. All right, I still don't know what Pac-Man's doing. Grant could be a last name, or it could be like you're granting somebody something. You're giving them something. You're maybe giving them a present. This could also be present, like you're, you know, there in person, you're present, like in class. Or present, like you're presenting a slideshow or something. But I don't really see what those would go with. What's supposed to be green here? I'm not seeing it. Pac-Man, I'm assuming, is some sort of purple category, because I don't know what else this would be doing in here otherwise. Things with ghosts. Don't see that. I'm kind of lost right now. Vest. What is vest going with? See my vest, made from real gorilla chest. If you know what that's from, drop it in the comments. Confer. Confer is obviously to like discuss something with somebody. You're conferring. I mean, that can kind of be related to presenting. You're presenting, you're conferring, you're doing something else. You're granting. You grant something to somebody. Oh, you can confer something. Like that also means to give something to somebody. You invest, you're investing in them. I think that's where invest comes from. It's like giving. But I think vest is a word on its own. So I think this is like to give something to somebody. Okay, bestow. That took a while because vest is very rarely used in that way, at least in everyday speech. And then present or present has so many different meanings. Grant has a few different meanings. Confer means more to, I think it's more used to mean to talk to somebody, to discuss something. So yeah, those are all, I think, like secondary or even third meanings of those words. And then Marvel, Pac-Man, paint, and degree. Is this things that you can put MS in front of? Miss Marvel, Miss Pac-Man, MS paint, and then a MS degree? Like a Master's of Science? That's crazy if that's what they mean. That's crazy because Miss with these two means something completely different than MS in front of these two. Oh man, that's kind of a crazy purple category. Because the MS means two or three wildly different things in those contexts. That's kind of crazy. Actually, three different ones. You have Miss Marvel, Miss Pac-Man, and then MS Paint for Microsoft Paint, and then MS Degrees, like a Master of Science, I think. So that's MS meaning three different things for those. That's kind of nuts. All right, let's see what difficulty they give it. 2.8. Oh, they gave yesterday a 3. I think this one is tougher. I think this one's a lot tougher. I thought green and purple were really tough. Just because these are, for the green, I feel like those are second or even third meanings of those words, so it's going to be hard to think of. And then space, I don't agree with on the blue, really. I think the only one that was like easy was yellow. All right, let's check the bot. Yeah, this is much more what I was expecting, 2.8. Where are they getting 2.8 from? Like, no mistakes is literally the smallest category. 60% of people are losing. This is brutal. In 1 in 79 for a perfect game, in almost rainbow order, regular rainbow order, I swapped the blue and the green, but still, 1 in 79 is kind of high for a perfect game. 55% getting yellow first, then green. A little bit with blue. And then, yeah, 2% getting purple. That's Shikaver. Only 74% are getting yellow. Then a big drop down to Bestow, and then another big drop down to blue and purple. 21% just getting nothing. So what is this? 36, 43, 49, 53% getting yellow, green, or nothing. 13% getting regular rainbow order. I'm kind of surprised the blue is this low. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not surprised blue is this low because space, you space out. Nobody just says space on its own to mean that. All right, let's check the mistakes. Bestow, I can kind of see putting degree in there. Classroom distractions. Paint with doodle. I mean, you're not going to really paint. I mean, do you just have like random paints at your desk? I guess if you're in like a arts and craft class, but that's kind of the point of the class. Unless you're doing it on your computer and just messing with MS Paint. On paper pastimes. I would say notes. If notes was on its own, I could see this. But past notes, I don't see that. I mean, this is probably just people thinking things you do when you're distracted, which makes sense. But these three are so similar, and this one's so much different. It just doesn't seem like they'd make a category that way, where three are super similar and one is just kind of similar. Lecture time wasters. Yeah, a lot of people just guessing at blue, it looks like. I guess past notes could mean to hand over. I mean, it definitely does mean to hand over, but like putting it in that green category, I can kind of see that. I feel like Marvel does kind of fit better than space. I mean, I wouldn't say it fits, but I think it fits better than space. I'm still like not happy that space is in the blue. So yeah, tricky one. I'm not sure where they're getting 2.8 difficulty from. I'm surprised I got through that with no mistakes. If you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like, subscribe, or follow, and let me know how you did today.